Alright, we're back with our next match, which is a Fatal 4-Way. Now, making her way to the ring, from London, England, Queen Helena. I know the Queen is eager for this match to get her hands on the current Elite Champion, Dina Raines, but she will have to contend with Sarah and Heather Torres as well. Queen making her way to the ring. As she enters, I'm getting word that there's something going on in the backstage. We'll cut to that. We'll get our cameras up in the back as soon as possible. Helena looks very confident. Alright, we're going to cut back to the cameras right now on the backstage to see what exactly is going on. I can't believe what just happened. This fatal four-way. Two of the competitors were just taken out. Heather and Sarah were taken out by two women we've never seen before. Now, making her way to the ring from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, she is the reigning TCW Elite Champion, Dina Raines. I don't know what's going on, but there was just a vicious, brutal assault in the back. Or this fatal four-way might just be a one-on-one, which tells me I have to speculate that the Queen is behind it. She's been angry since Dina won the Elite Championship off her in her debut, the night the Queen debuted. This allows her to get her hands one-on-one with Dina. We have medical personnel attending to Sarah and Heather Torres as we speak. It's been a strange night. There was random music that played during Pimp Daddy Payne and Angry Anthony's match, which we don't know what that's about. Now these two women with vicious assaults on two of the TCW women's roster. I don't think Dina is aware, but well, she's aware that her other two opponents aren't here, but I don't think she knows why. If they can compete, I'm sure they'll try to make their way down to the ring, but that was a vicious assault. But let's just focus on the ring and we'll get updates as we go. The Queen going right after the champion with that suplex. Oh, and stomping on the side of Dina's face. Grabbing a handful of hair and tossing Dina across the ring. But Raines coming back with an uppercut. Taking it to the Queen. And a Samoan drop. Irish whip. Dina up and over and... oh! A shoulder block takes her to the outside and the Queen goes after her. Oh, thrown into the steel steps. Helena showing off her viciousness. Her ruthlessness. As the champion fights to get back to her feet, but oh, slammed head, the back of her head down on the ground. Dina rammed into the barricade, but oh, and she throws the Queen into the steel steps. I guess we're still following Fatal 4-Way rules where it's no disqualification. There's a can-do stick. Oh! And across the face. Dina throwing the Queen back into the ring. And now... Wait! Who's this? She's charging the ring and Dina's prepared and there's a stand... Wow! There was a face-off! And then this woman... What a maneuver! And the cover! But Dina gets the shoulder up and the Queen is in disbelief. What is going on? Three different women have now come out and have appeared before and during this match to assist Queen Helena. But it just seems to be firing up Dina Raines here. And the Queen is definitely out of sorts. There's the cover. Dina trying to get fired up and the crowd behind her as she's coming up, overcoming the odds of being attacked at random. Oh! Luther's pressing! The Queen raining down right hands. Going back to the outside and going to the tool shed. And she's got a sledgehammer. Dina rolled out of the way. And she caught it. And drove the handle right into the midsection. Spear! Spear into the cover! The Queen got the shoulder up and Dina arguing with the referee. The Queen kicking out the legs. Or swiping out the legs, I should say. Drop kick to the knee. Off with her head! Off with her head and then to the Queen's Landing! The cover! And Dina kicked out! Dina Raines kicked out and the frustration is beginning to show on the Queen. Stomp to the midsection. Queen on the second rope. Waiting for Raines, the champion, to get to her feet. Went for a dropkick, but Raines swat her out of the sky. Hurricane Rana takedown. And the cover. Dina kicks out with some authority. The Queen trying to stay on top of her, but Dina wrenches the arm down. And now Dina goes for the cover. And a kick out. Dina signaling that she's locked and loaded as she puts the boots to the Queen. Oh, and another boot to the side of the head. Oh, she missed the second one. Oh! Full Nelson facebuster. There's the cover. Kick out. Snapmare takedown. Oh, and just... Oh, a rake of the eyes. Dina sent to the far corner. The Queen's definitely getting frustrated now. Dina not where she wants to be. There's no fun way down from there. And a superplex! And the Queen goes to the outside. Watching Dina struggle, and she's got the kendo stick that she took to the face earlier. Dina rolls out of the way. Oh, and a shot to the midsection. And to the back. And the Queen depositing the weapon outside to make sure it can't be used against her. Again, at least. Snapmare takedown. Went for the knee to the back, but Dina rolled out of the way. Wait a minute. Went for a powerbomb, but the Queen reverses into a cover. Dina reverses. And the Queen kicks out. Dina getting fired up. Looked like she was approaching. Oh, and a big clothesline. Dumps the Queen to the outside. Dina Raines going after her, but first, going into the tool shed. And she's got a table. And she's using the table to push the Queen around. Oh, and a headbutt. And the table went flying. And the Queen goes into the steps. And the table lands on top of her. Queen sent into the barricade. Oh! And Dina just raining right hands into the Queen. Thus far, all of Helena's plans have worked out, but will they be fulfilled if she gets this victory? It is a non-title match, but if she pins the champion, it would put her in top standing for a #1 contenders match. Off with her head on the outside. And Queen's landing. But she's got to get her back in the ring because for some reason those are the damn rules. And she does so. And the Queen taking a chance to taunt. Wait a minute. Could she be going for Queen's Landing yet again? And a third one into the cover. And Queen Helena, all of her plotting and all of her apparent allies have given her a victory over the Elite Champion. There's that thunderous spear from earlier. Thought it was going to be over there, but the Queen held on. And then off with your head. And Queen's Landing. But that was still early on in the match, and this match continued for a long time. A lot of hardware was used in the match, and it took place in and out of the ring. There was interference from some mysterious woman, well, women I should say. But the Queen comes out on top after all of her plans were successfully put into motion.